we all go through something. We all suffer losses, right? You have to pay the cost to be the boss. And if you have a strong passion for something and you know that you have goals and you're really on your grind and you're trying to make it, you're going to have obstacles and little speed bumps, even major setbacks. That's going to happen. But I'm going to give you 5 keys. These 5 keys are going to help you to overcome any and all setbacks that you are having. Let's jump into this topic. Okay, so number 1, you want to be aware. You want to have awareness of the end game. You want to have awareness of your true goal, right? So think about it. Perhaps you ran into a situation where you ran out of money to fund what you had going on because you know that was going to get you up a level and you were going to be able to invest in something else. But if you have awareness of your end game, you recognize that perhaps this is just a setback. You don't have to stop. You don't have to quit at what you're doing. You need to stay consistent and persistent. You need to find a new way to make some money, right? You need to get another job, or perhaps you need to change the timeline. You need to tweak it so that you can overcome, you can curve that obstacle and that setback, right? However, you need to be aware of the end game. Always keep in mind that just because something jumped in your way does not mean that your dream blew up. You're still on track. Get your head in the game. Be aware of the end game. Okay, so number 2, this is a major key. You have to learn to bide your time. So it's a marathon. It's not a race. Even when you're on your self-love journey, right, and it's leading you to your purpose in life, and you know that you have a true end game, you know what you were put here to do, and you know that it's going to make you fruitful and abundant, and you're going to share your wealth, bide your time. In those moments where God is telling you it's not your moment, that's okay. Just make sure you're keeping up with yourself. Make sure that you're meditating and being mindful and you're learning. Be a forever student. Bide your time until your moment comes. And when it does, jump in there, right? Take that leap of faith. Take a worthwhile risk. That's healthy for your self-love journey. That's number 2. Okay, major key number 3. So, receive the lesson, right? When you have a setback, when something happens and you take a loss and you can't believe it, the main thing that you need to do is reflect and receive the lesson. What did you learn, right? So it's just all about, like, if you have a situation where, you know, something caught on fire, right? Say you had like a restaurant and something caught on fire and you didn't even get the money back. You didn't even get to recruit, you know, your investment because you didn't have insurance, right? You just had a little small restaurant, you know, and you're going to learn a lesson from that. Accept that lesson, right? That's teaching you that you have to have all your paperwork in order. You have to have all of your licenses and you have to have that insurance. Am I right? Now you got this major setback. Your true end game is to be abundant. Your true end game is to make a legacy for your family. Your true end game is still there. Be aware of your true end game. Bide your time, right? Because you need time to reinvest. You need time to get that money back up. And you have to deal with psychologically that loss that you just went through. And you need to accept the lesson. You need to learn what you need to learn and keep it pushing. That's my tip number 3. That's a major key. All right, so also, number 4, this one is going to be really helpful. A lot of people don't do this. Stay the course. Major key number 4 to overcoming any setbacks. Stay the course. Consistency and persistence. Resilience, right? These are words that you need to put into your vocabulary and speak life into yourself. Because when you learn that when you just try to persevere and push through all of those little obstacles that are going to come your way, and don't give up hope. Even when people fall off by the wayside, don't give up hope. Am I right? You know, because you're going to lose people along the way. Everybody's not going to stay motivated. You're not even going to stay motivated, but you need to make sure you get that me time so that you can continue to feel good about yourself, because you know that inch by inch, you're going to stay the course, keep your head in the game, keep getting your money up, right? Make sure that you're keeping, you know, your reputation intact, because reputation is very important, and stay the course. That's number 4. Okay. Oh, also, a little bonus tip in with that. Now, when you stay in the course, make sure that your course is airtight, right? That means planning, and more planning, right? Strategize. You see what I'm saying? So when you're on your course, make sure your course has a step-by-step approach system to it, right? Make sure that you're a forever student, so you're getting more and more advice on learning what you need to do. Jump into a mentorship program if you need to. Find someone that's in that field already and that's succeeding, and reach out to them and ask them for their advice, or jump on Google or YouTube or whatever you need to, so that you can be a forever student and get your plan and get your structure, so that when you have your course set up, you know that it's airtight, right? You may need to tweak it along the way, but you're going to stay the course. Okay, so moving on to number 5. Listen, believe in you, not the situation. So perhaps you have a setback, but it all started out all good. Everybody was believing in you as a rapper at first. When you were young, you were hot, you had a hit song. It was the perfect timing. You were on trend, right? And you started blowing up. And then you had an album or you had a mixtape where it was more so about your true self and who you were, and perhaps it's not hitting with the people the way that you wanted to. But here's what you need to understand. You need to believe in you, not the situation. It doesn't have nothing to do with the fact that you were young. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that it's about your true self and that you switched up your style to fit, more authentic you, because as you grow up, you grow and you do change, which is a good thing. You become anew. It's not that. It's that your new audience is out there. You see where I'm coming from? Everything changes. That's how it is. It's a beautiful thing to blossom, right? So you need to look to yourself for approval. Start working on the self. Start getting on your self-love journey and understanding that you don't need anybody's approval. You don't need the team that you once had that made the magic. You are the magic. You are the one that's going to make it happen, right? So what might be happening in this situation is a lack of belief in yourself. So make sure that you are doing that meditation and going within so that you can continue to relight your path and stay the course, right? Because the magic is within you. And those are my 5 keys to help you overcome any obstacles that you're having, so that when you get those setbacks, you accept that lesson and you keep awareness of that end game in mind so that you can succeed, right? That's what the goal is. And you let me know if there's any other tips that you can think of that will help people to overcome any setback. I'll see you guys in the next video.